Well, I saw Billy stepping through the door, that old Gibson guitar, worn and faded, cracked and bruised, top don't shine no more. Was the open mic on a Friday night, you can sing a couple songs. Everybody knows Billy Jackson in this back road country town. He don't make a show of tuning up, he don't waste time with talk. He just says this one's for my old man, and he knocks it out the park. Little two-bar intro, he dusts off that gravel voice, and then he lays down the story of a man who his father was. Back those days, plenty folk had fathers like we did. Well, you grow up stepping lightly, you take care of what you say. We walked in the shadows of a man that you don't cross. You understand that to move on, you got to bury your own past. Billy Jackson drove a worn-out Ford, you'll have seen it round the town. He'll be parked up at the RSA when the lunchtime special's on. Well, I seen him down the corner store in his cigarette-smoking day, but he don't afford tobacco now, what the pension pays. But I know he served his country, he went away to Vietnam. But while he don't say much about it, came back a different man. I heard it said he joined up to get away from home. Well, that's not the way he tells us when I'm talking to him. Billy Jackson had a lover, he's about 19-year-old. She was all the world to him when young, that's how it goes. She stood him up one Friday night, Billy never saw her again. It was about the time that he joined up, and he head off to Vietnam. As younger folk, we all ran from those memories we had. I guess the time will come you try to understand if you're the same as your old man. And the song Billy laid down that day in the working man's hall, trying to lay old ghosts to rest, trying to save himself from hell. Then he slides that old Gibson guitar back into its case. There's a hip flask in his pocket, takes a little taste. Well, he sure can lay a story down, he don't play guitar too bad. One thing he don't talk much about, the friends he left in Vietnam. Billy Jackson. Well, he always had a cigarette with breakfast and a second pot of tea before he's gone. Then he'd head into the morning like it's where he belongs, saying every day's a new adventure to be on. Well, he'd look up to see what the sky was doing, what boots he needs be pulling on today. Was it a day had to keep the rain off or something for the sun? Was it the kind of day your head needs to be warm? This job had been his lifelong before he'd known his wife. It was something they'd both learned to share. Never crossed his mind to leave it all behind, because what would the place be doing if he had not been there? Well, it was just another Monday, he was thinking, stepping out as he always had before. And looking back from down the track, he'd realized his mistake, assuming all was as he'd left it yesterday. But there's a bull he don't recognize in his heifers, a fence line broken on the ground, what looked like 1,000 ewes racing miles down the road, and he just knew that they all belonged to him. Stepping on his motorbike, still wearing slippers, grabbed the nearest hat was hanging by the door, slipped the dog off the chain, racing out into the rain and cursing like his wife had never heard before. This job had been his lifelong before he'd known his wife. It was something they both learned to share. Well, it never crossed his mind to leave it all behind, because what would the place be doing if he had not been there? Now the neighbor's wife was well respected, for a garden had long been her pride and joy. And I guess we all know what 1,000 hungry ewes can do given 10 minutes on their own.